Culture shock documentary, Spanish culture and food. The culture of Spain is based on a variety of historical influences, primarily based on pre-Roman Celtic and Iberian culture. In the areas of language and also religion, the ancient Romans left a lasting legacy in the Spanish culture because Rome created Hispania as a political, legal, and administrative unit. The subsequent course of Spanish history added other elements to the country's culture and traditions. Spanish culture before and after the arrival of the Muslims was heavily based on Roman heritage, and the primary religion practiced was Catholicism. Around 75% of modern Spanish language is derived from Latin. Ancient Greek also contributed substantially to Spanish vocabulary, especially through Latin, where it had great impact. The nation's history and its Mediterranean and Atlantic environment have played a significant role in the shaping of its culture, and also in shaping other cultures, such as the culture in Latin America through the colonization of the Americas. Spain has the third highest number of UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the world, after Italy and China, with a total of 47 UNESCO sites. Here are a list of UNESCO sites to visit in Spain. The works of Gaudi is located in Barcelona and is perhaps the most widely renowned UNESCO World Heritage Site in Spain. The curious curves, complex mosaics, and elaborate facades intrigue observers as they wander around the strangely beautiful structures built in the early 20th century. Gaudi constructed 7 buildings in Barcelona: Casa Vicans, Casa Mila, the La Sagrada Familia Nobility Facade, the Crypt and Colonial Ghoul, Parque Ghoul, and Palacio Ghoul. The structures collectively stand as the single best unified example of the styles used by Gaudi's contemporaries and are some of the most prolific pieces of public art in existence. The historic center of Cordoba features a spectacular array of ancient architecture in the form of multiple mosques and cathedrals, many of which date back to the 8th century. The Great Mosque of Cordoba is the primary influence that granted the city its UNESCO World Heritage Site status, while the entire area has played an important role in establishing Cordoba as a place unlike any other on Earth. The center of Toledo showcases over 2 millenniums of history, dating back well into ancient Roman times. Having been a center of arts during the Renaissance period, Toledo is home to numerous works from countless famed artists. The Alcalzar Palace is particularly impressive, towering over the city. It is still in immaculate condition even after thousands of years. As this building had additions made over time, various sections of construction represent different periods of art and architecture. Located in Seville, the Cathedral, Alcalzar, and Archivo de Indias is the largest Gothic building in all of Europe, and famously houses the tomb of Christopher Columbus. In addition to the famous explorer's tomb, the Archivo de Indias contains uniquely treasured documents from Spain's period of exploration into the Americas, an invaluable part of the United States as well as Spain's rich history. The colony that was eventually to become what remains at the Archeological ensemble of Merida was originally founded by the Roman Emperor Augustus more than 2,000 years ago, around 25 BC. The highlights of the Archeological ensemble of Merida include a Roman amphitheater, a large circus, a massive bridge over the Guadiana River, and numerous aqueducts used to transport water. Some ancient dams are actually still functioning in an astounding presentation of time-tested prowess of Roman architecture. Teida National Park is located on the island of Tenerife. It is a popular balmy vacation destination with fantastic beaches. The national park occupies a large portion of the island's interior, away from the more crowded coastal cities. The park is host to an array of wildly varied geological patterns that have formed thanks in part to constant changing atmospheric conditions. Here are some Spanish dishes you must try. Spain is famously known for paella, especially in the region of Valencia, where paella was created. Paella represents the essence of Spanish cuisine and is a very special dish. It brings everyone together to the table and always creates beautiful memories. Pork products made from black Iberian breed pigs receive the ibérico denomination. Jamon ibérico has a smooth texture and rich, savory taste. A good ibérico ham has marbling fat. A tapa is an appetizer or snack in Spanish cuisine and translates to a small portion of any kind of Spanish cuisine. In some bars and restaurants in Spain and across the globe, tapas have evolved into a more sophisticated cuisine, as tapas can be combined to make a full meal. Flan is a popular creamy custard dessert in Spain, and there are many versions of it. Flan is also known as creme caramel, and unlike creme brulee, it has a layer of clear caramel sauce rather than a hard caramel layer at the top. If you want to learn more about Spanish culture, you should take a trip there to experience the culture firsthand. On the next Culture Shock documentary, Portuguese Culture and Food.